Hello students, today I am going to explain you about the isometric projections in a present topic. So actually what is meant by an isometric projection? Here I am going to give explanation regarding the isometric projection. Isometric projection is used to create a pictorial drawing of an object, which defines a single view parallel projection obtained by keeping the object in such a position that all the three mutually perpendicular axes are equally inclined to the plane of projection. So here in this one, whatever the thing that we are considering, the axes are in terms of like just length, width and height, where we are keeping these all three axes at an equal angle in the isometric projections. So just before proceeding to this one, first we need to come over from the basic points. So actually what is meant by this isometric projection and what are the basic principles that we need to follow, we'll discuss them in detail. So before starting this one, so actually what do we see this in pictorial projection? We see a multi-view image of the object, so that where we are able to see its length, width and height, all the three parameters we see it in one single vision. So that is the thing we consider here. So when we are drawing that object, in order to make it understand to a person, where it can be able to be easily understandable and with any good knowledge, the way of representation is required mostly. So here in this one, what is that and how we need to go ahead for drawing such kind of the pictorial image, that we will see it from the basic onwards. So here, before going for this, I have already explained you that what is meant by any projections. It is just nothing but drawing image which is made on a plane. So this is what the classification which I have taught you in the earlier class. Once again I am just repeating it to you. So just the projections are being just classified into two types. One is parallel projection and the perspective projection. So we are not considered about with the perspective projection as per our syllabus. Only we are dealing with the parallel projection. So now again in the parallel projection it has been further classified into two types, orthographic and oblique. So oblique, it is not there as per our consideration. So only the thing is that we are going with the orthographic. So in the orthographic, again it is further classified into two types. One is multi-view projection and the other one is axonometric projection. These are again further broadly classified into further sub-classifications. If you come for the multi-view projections, so already we have seen first angle projection, second angle projection, third angle projection and fourth angle projection. That what we have come across in the previous classes from the second to fourth units. And now we are going to see in this one the axonometric projection. So where we are about to see again the further classifications of isometric, diametric and trimetric. So actually what is the difference between these isometric, diametric and trimetric? We will see that one in detail also. So just before going for this, actually what is meant by this axonometric projection? Axonometric is a type of projection of single view parallel projection used to create a pictorial drawing of an object. The object is placed in such a position that three mutually perpendicular faces are visible from one single direction. Because an object can be placed in unlimited number of positions relative to axonometric plane, an infinite number of axonometric views can also be drawn. So for practical reasons, these can be broadly classified into three types. So one among them are isometric, diametric and trimetric. So before going for this, actually what is meant by an isometric projection, I'll see. So in the isometric, so this is my isometric projection. So actually this is my axis and these are my faces. So where these are all the faces which are placed in such a manner, so such that the angularity of between these faces are equally inclined. So such one we say it as such that we such kind of the angularity that whatever is maintained between all the three faces with equal angles, we say that one as isometric projection. Whereas in the diametric we see only two faces will be maintained with same inclinations. So that one we say it as diametric projection. And whereas if we come for the trimetric, so there is no equality between the angles that are maintained among with the faces. So that one we said like one is 110, 120 and 130 degrees. So among these things we don't find any equality. So such kind of the thing we say it as trimetric projection. So this is just only a basic phenomenon about with respect to its axis, that how it is supposed to be explained, just I have mentioned here. So now if we come for the point of this projections, so isometric projections. So the main our topic we are going to discuss in this present topic is isometric projections. So actually what is meant by isometric projection? What is the principle of this isometric projection? We are going to see. Principle of isometric projection. Actually, what is meant by this principle of isometric projection? The term isometric has come from the Greek language, which means an equal measure, reflecting the scale along the each axis of projection should remain same. So the isometric projection can be visualized by considering the view of cube with one of the solid diagonals perpendicular to the vertical plane, and the three axes are equally inclined to the vertical plane as shown here in the given figure. So here all the three axes should be equally inclined. So this is the one. So actually whatever we are supposed to be maintaining it here, where this is what the maintaining of angle. So 30 degrees I have taken. So here the thing is that the angle between two axes, let me take it as 120 degrees, and between here it is 120 degrees, and from here over here it is 120 degrees. So generally when you are just about to be seeing it here, so let me give a labeling over here: A, B, C, D, and one more point comes over here, that is E also, which is invisible. F, G, H. So as of the one, just I am joining it here. This is the match. So right now, as of if you see this one, the faces of so the top face A, B, C, D, and bottom one E, F, G, H. So these are the two parallel faces, and B, C, F, G, and C, G, H, D. So these are the two faces which are at an angle of 30 degrees. So that's the one. But actually, if you see here in this picture, this completely the outer boundaries of this one, which seems to be like a hexagon. So its appearance is to be like a hexagon. So right now, what are the things that we follow here in these projections? So the main thing is that the boundaries seems to be appearing like a hexagon. Like the first, like if you see the boundaries, let me mark it as A, B, F, G, H, D. So these are the outer lines which seems to be appearing like a hexagon. So this is the one. So just this is the general principle that what we follow in an isometric projection. And moreover, if you see the faces which are actually square in shape appears like in a rhombus. So all the faces right now over here, this face, or if you see this face, or if you see this face, whichever the face you're supposed to see, so those faces seems to be appearing like in a rhombus shape. And moreover, here all the axes will be making an equal angles with each other. So that is nothing but it's making an angle of 120 degrees with each, and they are in equal length but smaller than the true length of the edge. So here just we follow the isometric scale, that which I'll be explaining it to you in the next topic. So right now, and all the lines representing the edge of the cube are parallel to one side of the other of the above three lines, such as that is CB, CB and CD, CG. So these are the things. So for example, I'll just show you to here. So just in order to show that, or in order to draw it, so how do we need to mark it? Like for example, this is what the axis, just I'm showing it to you in this manner. So this is what it makes an angle of 120 degrees. Just we are just making a mark. So whatever the other lines or the edges what we draw by making it parallel to these lines. This is the one what it's supposed to be. So for example, mark this point as C, this point as B, D, and this point is G. So this is the one. So these are the terms that what we see in the principle of isometric projections. So the terminology here what we see, the 5 points we have been explaining. That first one is isometric axis, isometric lines, non-isometric lines, isometric planes, isometric scale. So here what are the points that which represents the isometric axis? The points, if you see, the points like CB, CB, CD and CG. So this is the one that what it's supposed to be, just like representing in this manner. This is the one what we supposed to be say it as, what we supposed to say it as isometric axis, which are equally inclined. And if we see that what is meant by an isometric lines, so the lines which are parallel to isometric axis are called isometric lines. For example, this is my point C, B, D and G. CB, CD and CG is my isometric axis. The other lines which are parallel to it, like if you see, AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD, and next CB is parallel to GF, next CD is parallel to GH, and to this one the other lines. In concept to this, the other lines which are parallel, like for example, all the points means, like for example, if you see AB, GF and GH, not only these three, still other lines are also. I'll just make a common point of that, which supposed to be a common one, like AB, comma BF, comma FG, comma GH, comma DH, and AD are isometric lines. So these lines, you can check it from the figure, these lines which are parallel to isometric axis. So the next one is non-isometric lines. So the statement which says that the lines which are not parallel to isometric axis are known as non-isometric lines. The few among them are BD, AC, CF, BG, and some. So these are to be said as non-isometric lines. So these are the things what we see. So the next one, if you see, what are the isometric planes? So I'll explain it to you here. So just keeping view of this picture. So what are the isometric planes? I'll just make a note over here. Just I'm marking it here. Just I'll mention here. So what are the isometric planes? Like for example, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So this is my isometric plane. Next, similarly, the one which is parallel at the bottom, C, F, G, H. So this is also one of the plane. Next, C, D, H, G. I'm writing it here. C, D, H, G. C, D, H, G. The one which is parallel to it, A, B, F, E. A, B, F, E. And similarly, etc. So these are my isometric. Still some more will be included. So based on the picture you can understand. So these are my isometric planes. So these are the basic terminologies that what we follow it over here. And the next one is so here one more point also will be get included. So let me mark this one as sixth one. Your fifth one will be non-isometric planes. So actually what is meant by non-isometric plane? So the planes which are not parallel to isometric planes are known as non-isometric planes. So that is the one what we see here. So you can just find out. So I'll mention it here. The points we can easily understand. The non-isometric planes, I'll mark it here and I'll say. Like example, ABGH. Here you can see it in the picture. Non-isometric planes. A, B, G, H. So A, B, G, H. So this is the one you can say. Next, similarly, you can mark it the other points also. Like I'll mentioning, you can go through with the figure. C, D, E, F, AFH, and CFH, etc. So these are the non-isometric planes. The next one is isometric scale. So what is meant by this isometric scale? So normally when we just draw it in a orthographic projections, we generally use the true lengths. But here we are drawing the image where all the multi-views can be seen in one single vision. So here it will be not within a true length, it will be making an inclinations. So in such kind of an inclinations, so there it won't be with the true length, it will be within a isometric length. So how do we need to calculate? So it is being given for us with a relation that isometric length will be equal to 0.816 into true length. So this is the general relation that what we follow over here, mainly in these isometric projections. So this is the isometric scale. So how do we get this isometric scale? So how we are about to be obtaining? So how do we get this 0.816? So that we'll see it now.